Hey, what is up guys? This is Norman 3000 and this is going to be a bit different. This is going to be a filler content. So today I'm going to show you how I cook my sinigang. So sinigang is a Filipino dish that's kind of sour. It's a pork dish with some vegetables. So usually you prepare sinigang with more vegetables, but personally I only like green leafy vegetables. For our ingredients, it's 1 kilo of pork, so I prefer it with no bone. We have 2 rubber bands of string beans or 2 tale in Tagalog. We also have 2 heads of onion and 2 heads of tomato, 2 heads or bulbs. So we also have 2 rubber bands of water spinach. We also need salt and pepper for tasting and seasoning. We have broth cubes and sinigang mix. These are the ingredients for my sinigang. Okay, so the first thing I do is I heat up the pan or the pot. And when that's hot enough, I'm going to put some oil in there. So since I'm an Asian, I don't really measure things. It's by feel most of the time. So yeah. We'll put in some oil there and we'll wait for it to get hot. So once the oil is hot, we'll put our onion and cook it for a bit. So once that's done, let's put in our tomatoes. And that seems to be okay. So when that's done, let's put in our pork. This is 1 kilo of pork. So I don't like cooking with bone because I don't like eating tiny pieces of bones. But if you do cook with bone, it's going to be much tastier. I just don't want the hassle of biting into tiny bones. So yeah, I'm just going to lay it there. So this is one of the longer parts of cooking my sinigang. So I am going to fry this a little bit. So what's going to happen here is there's going to be water here. I'm going to let all of that evaporate until the pork fries itself in its own oil and the garnish of tomatoes and onion. So this process is probably gonna take about 30 minutes. I'll check in from time to time. So this is what's going to happen. There's going to be some water from the pork. We'll just leave that to dry and subsequently fry the pork for a bit. Let's go back to this one in a bit again. You're going to smell that the oil is now gone, and yeah, so we're just going to see there. So we're going to fry the pork a bit more, and yeah, let's leave it for a couple of minutes more until more of the meat gets fried. We don't need to fry them fully. We just need to fry them a little bit. Let's check on this one again. Yeah. So we can see more of the pork are now fried. So we can proceed to the next steps. So the next step I do is pour water until they are submerged. So I'm just going to submerge them like this one, and then we're going to add the other things. So first we add salt, and then we add some pepper. I usually add a lot of it. Then we add the broth cubes. And then we add the mix. So how much of this usually is, I just put two-ish tablespoons of sinigang mix. Then we mix it. So I'm going to leave this to boil for about 20 to 30 minutes until the pork is soft. Let's get back to that one in a few more minutes. So it's been about 30 minutes now, so let's check if the meat is tender. At this point, you can also check if the sourness is okay with you, and if not, change them to your preference. Now that it is tender, we can add the string beans. We'll just let this cook for a few minutes until it's boiling. So it's been a couple of minutes now, so let's check. It's boiling. We can go on to the last part. So at this point, more Filipinos would probably put some more vegetables called gabi or labanos. I'm not really a fan of those, so I'm good with string beans and water spinach. Just going to put the water spinach here. And I'm going to let it cook, let it boil for another couple of minutes. So it's been a couple of minutes now, so let's check if it's cooked. So yeah, we're done. This is my version of a classic dish from the Philippines. It's pork sinigang with only string beans and water spinach. Hope you enjoyed this filler episode and try it out for yourself. Let me know how it tastes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm hoping next week I'm going to have a new content that's related to gaming or my Jimny. And for now, eat well and see you soon.